What's up, everybody? Jeff Cross here. You can contact me at jeffcross22@gmail.com. Well, here we are in the middle of the C-19 pandemic. Go get your toilet paper. Go buy. I understand this. I went to the store and the stores are out of water. I told my wife, what I don't understand is my sink still works. Why do I need to go out and buy a bunch of bottled water? I can turn the faucet on and get a glass of water. Why do I need to buy cases and cases of water? Are we overthinking this here? Are we forgetting the fact that we actually can live off water in our sink? Maybe it don't taste the best all the time compared to a bottled water, purified and mountain run over rocks or whatever it is, filtration. I don't know. Maybe not, but I don't need to spend all this money on bottled water when I can just turn the sink on. That's the way it works. Pretty simple. I don't go out and buy a bunch of firewood because I want to heat my house because we're going to turn the gas off. I don't do that. So I understand why we're buying bottles of water. And of course, toilet paper is a whole nother issue. I will buy toilet paper when I need toilet paper. So that's just my little rant there. I apologize for that. All right, I figured I'd take this time to get this YouTube channel started up again. Obviously, we all are a little bit slower. We have a little bit more time on our hands. So I thought I would try and create some more content here and maybe get back into the groove of things as I was doing a few years ago with just a short video every, I think I did it every week, but I might do it every other day or every day here while we're on this little lockdown, if that's what you want to call it. So I challenge you to live in the day, though. Don't live 2-3 weeks down the line. Live in the day. Don't worry about what's going to happen in 2 weeks because it could be shut down more. They could open it up a week early. You don't know. We take too much stock into trying to predict the future, and we waste a lot of energy on trying to predict the future. I never once did I say I do to my wife and then worry if she was going to stay married to me for the rest of my life. I took it day by day. I worked on it every day. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to work on that thing. So as you know, as a lot of you know, I do spend about 30 minutes. I try to tell people all the time, and I try to do this. I spend 30 minutes a day on self-improvement. Well, now that we have a little bit more time on our hands, I think some days I'm getting 60, some days I'm getting 120 minutes. So I'm getting some extra time here. So I wanted to just share a top 10 list that I came across, which really, it helped me, and I'm hoping maybe it'll help you. So number 1, don't make excuses. If you're sitting home, not doing something, not trying to improve, or not trying to, trying to just sit around and do nothing because you're in the middle of a C-19 pandemic, that's making an excuse. Do not make excuses. There's always something you can do, whether it's YouTube videos or it's a blog or reading a book or whatever that is. But don't make an excuse of why you're not being productive, because you can't go outside, or you can't be in large groups. No one says we can't go outside, so you can still be productive, and stop using it as an excuse. So turn your wounds into wisdom, right? We have these, when we have these issues like this and they cause wounds in our relationships, or they cause wounds in our family, in our job, or in our pocketbook, turn it into wisdom. Find a way to learn from that mistake or that wound, and I believe you'll be a better person for that. I want you to act despite fear. We know we're going to be afraid. We know there's times when we're a little nervous on what might be happening. I still want you to act. Now, we don't want to be jumping out of airplanes with no parachutes either, but I still want you to act, and I want you to look for reasons to do it, opposed to, even though, don't use fear as that excuse. Oh, I'm afraid, so I won't do it. So act despite fear. Make mistakes. The only way we can make mistakes is by keep on doing. You got to, there's many times we've all made mistakes, and we live through them. We really do. We may not want to repeat it, as I heard one year on I forget what it was, a Survivor series or whatever it was, and suffering. Suffering is not something you want to repeat, but you would never give it up. Something along that lines. It's not a whole lot of fun to suffer, but there's no way you would ever give up the fact of suffering. You don't want to repeat it, but you definitely learn from that suffering. So mistakes matter. Ideas matter. If you have ideas, share them with someone. I spent the last couple days reaching out to some friends and trying to, just get some ideas, trying to get my brain moving in the right direction. I spent a lot of time doing that over the last couple days, and I found myself, back here on the YouTube channel. So, to really work on that. Don't just sit around and be a vegetable and not come up with ideas and not trying to, develop better situations for the world around you and your family. So have a reason to succeed, whatever that reason is. We really need to make sure we keep that eye on the prize for that. Have that reason. If it's your family, if it's your friends, if it's your co-workers, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a company owner, then it's your employees. Those are the reasons. Have those good reasons to succeed. So I challenge you to go against the tide. I think we spend too much time trying to, not swim upstream. Let's think differently. Let's find out how we can be successful and not just go along the mainstream. I think we're missing great opportunities when we don't go against the tide, because all we do is see everything everyone else sees. If we go against the tide, you might find some really, really cool stuff there that you never knew was there because you're too busy going with all the fishing and swimming in the same direction. Build relationships. As you've heard me say before, I call it relationship capital. Take this time. This is a great time to reach out to others and just see how they're doing. It's a great time to reach out to someone that you haven't talked to in a while, just to see how they're doing. There's a lot of people that are available for communication right now, and this is a real good chance to build on the relationships. Don't give up. Do not give up. As hard as it may seem, and as easy as it is to give up, talk about, going against the tide. Going with the tide is giving up. Many, many people give up. It's just easier for people to do. So I really want you to don't give up, no matter what you're trying to accomplish, no matter what what hardship you're trying to get through right now. Don't give up. And lastly, number 10, follow your dreams. Find out what that dream is. I told someone a long time ago, I said, I don't necessarily have goals, I have dreams. Because if I have a goal and I don't achieve it, I think of myself as a failure because I wasn't able to achieve my goal. But if I consider it a dream, it's a lot easier to continue with that because it's a dream. This is a big thing for me, opposed to, well, I've set this goal for 2 years to accomplish this, this, and this, and then when I don't, now I'm down on myself because I haven't accomplished my goal. If it's a dream, I always want to achieve my dreams. It's always been it will be a dream in my head forever, and someday it might come true. So I just don't want you to give up on that. I always want you to follow your dreams. So, but this is it. That's all I have for today. I did it in less than 10 minutes. Please do me a favor, send me, comment on the post, do something, give me a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribing, those kind of things, so I know that the people out there are really into what I have to say and really want to continue with this, because if you don't want to see this, then we'll do something else. I'll figure something else out. So I appreciate y'all, love y'all, and hope y'all stay safe and healthy out there, and wash those hands. I'll talk to you soon.